We don't allow the word show because we want everyone to know, including our colleagues and our parents and puppies, that we are a newscast. And that's all we want to be, and that's all we will ever be as long as my name is in the title. We want to just bring the facts, the truth, the news. It sounds like a slogan. It's not. It's a mission, and it's a requirement. We're not going to have pundits, and we're not going to have opinion. We're going to find out what the facts are, and we're going to deliver them to you in context and with perspective. The facts are upsetting to people sometimes, and that's too bad because this is what we're doing, and it's going to work because I'm only worried about getting it right. I avoid it by not, first of all, not working on a 24-hour news network. This particular network does business news all day long, and then Kramer comes on and does what Kramer does, and then right after that, I just do a newscast. And I draw from the resources of NBC News and NBC stations and from Telemundo stations and from Sky News overseas, and we have great editors, and we aren't doing analysis. We're just not going to do it. Because when I took this job, the boss said, we want just a newscast with just the facts that we want to keep opinion out of. And I was like, then we're a perfect fit. That's all I want too. It can be done. Journalism has rules, and if you follow them, you'll be fine. And that's what we're going to do. Certainly, Nick will mess up. We will. But then we'll correct it because we're human beings. But we're not straying into analysis. We're not going into opinion. There will never be a panel. Never. And when it happens, you know, it means I'm out. Well, you know, it may have been interpreted that way from time to time, but sometimes what's in the ether and in the air is not factual. I have no problem with anybody's opinion. Some of my best friends are opinion television hosts. You do you. Awesome. But you have a responsibility, I believe, to begin with facts when you opine. If you have the honor and privilege of a platform like the ones that my colleagues and I share, you have to label yourself what you are. And if you don't, you can't stray. And people who tell lies, who are in a position of power, are injurious to society. And if it's politicians, we're going to call them out because politicians work for us. They do. We hire them to do our work, to govern us and make sure things are going well, to protect us and run our economy. We hire them to do that. We pay their salaries. And we're entitled to find out the truth about what they do. I'm not going to worry about what some opinion host is saying because I'm on an island of facts now in a company that wants just facts, and it feels so good. We didn't do the open. You know, that minute for, you know, people watching at home, the minute that you do at the top of the hour where they boo, pew, 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 Sarah Palin style, you know, just going at it. You know, that thing that gets everybody to come watch. No, enough of this noise. I don't need any more of that. We dove in to find their positions on issues, and we presented those positions to those who watched us. And then we gave our polling, which told what people told us they thought about it from overnight polling. And that's how we handled it. But the yakety-yakety-yak about just nonsensical crap, we didn't do that in a tease way because it was noise and I'd heard enough. And the last thing you needed was to hear what I think about it. So we just sort of took a moment to realize what had happened the night before. That was new in America. We've never seen anything like that. The Commission on Debates has rules and they follow them, and that's how we get informed. You know, the idea is that you break it down and find out what their differences are on policy, you know, and we didn't get much of that. We found a few buckets of that last night, and we reported on those things, but the shout fest, man, I don't have time. I got a life and a job, and I don't need your shout fest. Go have it somewhere else. Man, it was fantastic for a while. I hadn't been off for more than like 2 weeks in at least 40 years. 40 years. So it was time. And at the beginning, my partner and I traveled some. We went to see his family, and then we went to see my family. And then we went on a vacation to North Africa, and then COVID hit, and we locked ourselves in the house for 4 months. So during that 4 months, I got a little chance to do some reading and do some thinking and reflecting on life, which middle-aged old people do. And I realized I need to go do this again. I thought about maybe doing something else, you know, just changing careers completely, or just sitting around and doing nothing. And then I just decided, why not get back in this and have one more shot at it? Start with a clean slate with all new people and on a common mission to tell the truth in context and with perspective. Do it until I'm tired of it and then disappear. That's my plan.